Kyle Doucette here, and Daisy Dukes, on this bleak East Coast day, kind of gray out. In the last video I was talking about using placeholder characters. Through multiple drafts, the characters change, and they don't resemble anything like they were in the beginning. Writing multiple drafts was the most difficult thing I had to get used to. I've always been a reader, but my education background and my work background, in the beginning at least, after high school, was being a newspaper reporter. For anyone who doesn't know what a newspaper is, it was a daily paper publication that would get delivered to your house or you would buy on a newsstand. And it had comic strips, the crossword puzzle, obituaries, and sometimes people read them for news. When I was working for daily newspapers, I usually had about 3 or 4 assignments per day, sometimes 5 or 6. That's 4 to 5 stories that I would have to write by deadline. I had to make sure that all the important details were accurate. First name spelled right, second name, title. What they said was actually put down word for word, or as close to it as possible. And I always had to make sure that a second voice, or sometimes a third voice, was added to the story. It couldn't just be one-sided. That's a lot of fast work that had to be done in the space of a day. And then the story was sent off. And it would be in an editor's hand after that. And they would make the changes they saw fit, and it would get published. So after years of doing that, it was kind of difficult for me to do second and third drafts to make a story publishable, or a novel publishable. But it's all about patience, attention to detail, and making the work something that you really want it to be. Especially with self-published work, you have to be your own publishing house editing team. Maybe even read it from the perspective of someone who doesn't like you that much and wants you to fail. Meantime, definitely check out my Substack at Bramblewood After Dark, and like, subscribe, and follow wherever you're seeing or hearing this. Thank you.